Hello, welcome to the stream. Hi, I'm SolarLune. I'm an independent game developer. I'm the creator of Tetra3D. How's everything going in Streamland with everybody? I forgot to do this. Basically, every time I start VS Code, I have to unlock like the key ring, right? Is it every time? Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna do that off screen because I don't want anybody knowing how long my password is. All right. I'll be right back. There we go. You can never be too sure in the age we live in. Okay. So, hi. Hello to everyone. Sorry for starting a little bit late. Had something come up last minute, but now we're here. We out here now. So, last time, yesterday, we were working on this exploration game with Tetra3D, which is a... Oh, that's right. Hold on. We'll switch this back to black. But we're working on this exploration game with Tetra3D, which is basically kind of like liminal space the game. Liminal space is the game, in a sense. And so that's what we're working on, what we're trying to make happen. So we have this outdoor area. We have this parking lot with a couple cars, poorly modeled cars in the parking lot. You know, PS1 style graphics. Go inside, and then you go up through this entranceway. Excuse me. Go through this entranceway, go through this hallway, and then you have a courtyard. So there's a few places to explore already, which is pretty cool. It's already kind of shaping up. We have a sector system. So, for example, in this doorway, we're in a different sector, and so we can look out into the courtyard sector and see that. But if we were to look out from here, if we were able to look out into the other doorway, it wouldn't render. So we have a little bit of a simple sector system rendering, which is cool. Yeah, so everything's going pretty good. It's pretty solid. We definitely could bake some of these lights, or otherwise convert the lights into, some other system, maybe simplify the lighting or whatever. So there's, definitely things we can do. But for now, this is pretty solid. And it's shaping up. Actually, it might be good if I were to... Oh, I see, that's why. It might be good if I were to also say how many lights are in Tetra-term. So Tetra-term here is our terminal application that shows us basically our scene graph, and it gives us some information. It might be good to show how many lights are active, so we can get a general idea of like how optimized things are. So currently all the lights are always active. We really could just limit that to be like, okay, let's just have the lights that are on, the lights that are on in the sectors that are visible. I feel like that's kind of a fundamental thing that should work in the engine, or in the framework. So we'll add that functionality probably on this stream as well. So when we leave this sector, for example, and is no longer rendering, the lights don't have to still be on. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is pretty good so far. It's not perfect, but it's definitely shaping up, definitely looking and feeling pretty solid. It gives a pretty convincing... Okay, yeah, and you can see there the light suddenly turn on. Oh, because there's no fog. I was like, why is it... There's no fog here? No, there's fog out here, isn't there? Okay, I thought for sure I had fog at some point, but apparently not. Oh, that's right. Once you leave and come back, that's why. Okay, so that we've identified a bug. So we'll have to fix that real quick. This is something that basically turns on or off the fog depending on if you touch it. So we'll just duplicate that and put it over like here. Off inside, on outside. Something like that should kind of do what we wanted to do. This is off. This is on. Yeah, okay. All right. Snow Minx says, "Hi, what would it look like with the dithered shadows you made for Airdrift?" Uh, that's a good question. Let's see. I hadn't considered it. We'll turn on export on save. Oh yeah, and let's get some music before I forget. Okay, that's pretty good, I think. And I'm not sure how, is this working? Oh, I guess it, no wait, why is it, hold on, let me see. Let's make the clear color something else. There we go, let's save that. Is it doing what I think it should be doing, or am I tripping? Okay, there it goes. Alright, so let's try, I did the transparency size of 2. Interesting. Let's try 1. Okay. Let's switch it back to black. I mean, that kind of does hit a little different, honestly. Hold on, I'm trying to find the, there we go. That dither is sweet. Thank you. It kind of does hit a little different. It's not bad. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to keep it like this, because I do think it's dope, but at the same time, I don't know. It's like, you know, I don't need it to be dithered, but at the same time, it does look pretty good. Might be worth trying with more solid textures. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe I could try either different dither patterns, or maybe I could try that is kind of dope. Maybe I'll leave it like that, actually. That's kind of dope. It gives a little bit of extra stylization that I think could be well appreciated. But yeah, maybe different texture sizes would be good. Okay, so that is a single pixel. Okay. Like different, I was thinking like it could just be like random. It doesn't have to be like this particular pattern. It could just be a random, like, you know, like noise. Yeah, well, that's pretty good. Let's work on this a little bit. Let's work on this parking lot. We'll make a low wall here. Like this. For now, we'll just encase this entire thing in a low wall. Oh, whoops. There we go. Have any other walls? So you can make it a metal wall, I guess that's fine. Why isn't it saving? There it goes. I was like, why isn't it saving? We can separate that. There we go. Cube project. This can be. There we go. Little toll booth or security booth. Yeah, that could be good. It's crazy how like just a couple of polygons and it's like, man, this looks like a really official, like a dope area. Like I just added a wall and now it's like, okay, it feels like a real place. It feels like a real space. That's crazy, dude. Video games. Okay, let's add some trees. We'll clone some trees and put them out here. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this tree specifically. Rotate these a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these trees specifically, because they're a little high poly for a PS1 game. It feels like more a PS2 game tree, but I think it's fine for now. And then we'll just grab all these trees. Comparing them to the parking lot. A real liminal space. This looks honestly better than it has any right to look. Like this is this is better than it should appear to be. Like this is actually like it feels like the trees, and this is because the trees have messed up normals. But it looks like the trees are lit from underneath. Their normals are just like thrashed, I think, but it looks like it's lit from underneath. Like there's floodlights outside this wall, which is kind of wild. Now I had this like system where you walk in here and the fog turns on or off depending on like where you are, but I don't think I need that anymore because I made that before the draw distance was as far as it is, I think. So I don't think, like, basically I made it because in this room, let me get there, in the entrance room here, when you stand at the corner and look at the other side, it's like there's some fog, and I thought it was distracting. I actually, now that I think, look at it, I still agree. Oh no, Blender crashed. That's no good. It's no good. So yeah, I still agree that it is kind of like annoying to look at. So we'll put that back. So this is gonna be fog on. This is AABB, and it was fog. Enable, save. Now let me go back here. Fog on. Fog change. Okay. So when you go here, it's on. When you go here, it's off. And then when you go here, it can turn on. Well, no, we want it to turn on basically. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it, but we'll just save this for now. Some clipping missing the street at the end of the parking lot. Yeah, back here. There's some weird clipping going on between the small walkway and the larger room from the parking lot on the ceiling. You mean here? Yeah, it's not working correctly. It's not not working correctly. It's not aligned. This needs to be up here. And Tetra3D Dev says, yo, did I miss anything? Not really. I just started streaming about 15 minutes ago or so, and I'm kind of getting more of a desire to work on this the longer I stream. Like at first I was like, I don't really feel like it today, but now I'm like, this is kind of dope. Paul Wabiki says, have you tried the space partitioning algorithms like quad or oct trees instead of sectors? No, I haven't. I thought sectors would just be the simplest means of doing this, as opposed to using other partitioning systems, and especially because you can kind of control sector sizes by basically changing the size of the map, or whether it's assigned a sector or whatever. But yeah, there's definitely other ways to do this that I could have done, and that might have been better. So yeah. Tetra3D Dev says, is this a new game demo or a continuation of that one dark PS1 adventure game you were trying to do originally? This is a new game, mainly because this is a first person game, and I'm just kind of like grabbing assets from open game art, and yeah, I'm just like kind of like bashing this together. I'm not really trying to go super deep into like making everything myself and stuff like that, so development is going faster. And I'm basically making this more so as kind of a, you know, how good could this be kind of a thing, as opposed to like a true game that's like, you know, trying to say something or anything like that. This is more so just like, I'm just trying to project this. I'm just trying to, you know, just kind of get something done more so. We're gonna make this a little wider, and I think I wanted this to be like a double spaced doorway, so let's actually do that. I'm gonna do it like that, and this, I guess this could also be a double spaced doorway, so we can just go like this, merge all these by distance, and then hue project 4. Okay, all right, so that should be good. And then I was thinking the doorways could open as you get close, and then close when you're not close, which is fine. My dog. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna add, I think, like a carpeted area, probably through here, through this entire area. So we'll do that. Let's do that. Instead of cement floor, this is going to be carpet. We will use the carpet tile. We project 4. Okay. The walls can be. What could the walls be? I think I had a wall texture in here. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I did. Powell says AABB is much more straightforward, or is more straightforward. But when you have a bunch of objects in a scene, this trees may come in handy. Yeah, I could definitely see the appeal. I could definitely see the utility in other space partitioning systems. I just went with AABB because it's like it's simple to implement. But yeah, I'm sure that if you have, you know, a lot of objects, or you know, you're not trying to do like one sector at a time, or, you know, neighboring sectors, that would be better. Only drawback I can think of with the trees is if you have objects moving around in runtime, you'd have to constantly recalculate the tree if a lot of them are dynamic. That's true. It'd probably be fine for this because objects are not dynamic, but if you have like, if you're making a game that, like an RTS kind of game, maybe, or, well, maybe not RTS because all the objects are visible, or not, just depending on what you're looking at. But I can see that the other side of the coin on that. I don't know what ornate pattern, wood texture. Let's go with the wood texture. Let's. I feel like this is gonna end up being just like. Oh, we have the wood texture already. Fantastic. Okay. I think the wood texture is not tiling, so let's go ahead and double back on that. Day went by. Thanks. Thank you, Snowminx. We'll see if this actually ends up being something. Okay, so here's our texture. Let's see if we can tactile seamless. Yes. Thank you. That's better. Okay, so we have the floor, we have this. Okay, we have this area that's gonna be double doors. Okay, everything seems to be pretty good so far. It seems to be pretty good. If it has thin paneling, I think that could be visually interesting. Yeah, you might be right. But I kind of like this, like, mahogany kind of look. That's right. That's where I used the wood paneling texture. Wood texture. Okay, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. This texture is definitely just pixel art. Like, that's it's not at all a real carpet. Not bad. The camera is really wonky in a good way. This feels like something from id Software back in the day. That's good. I'm glad to hear it because I'm like, this is so wonky. Oh, this tree is poking through. This ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. Yeah, I think the trees are too high poly. So what I might end up doing is maybe just taking like rendering the tree and then making, because this is just an asset from somewhere, from Open Game Art. So I might just render the tree out to an image and then just make a cross image and leave it like that. Although this, I mean, this isn't. I think it's too high poly, but I do like the way it looks. Like, it is pretty dope. But I feel like it's too dense. I think that might be the problem I have with it. It's too visually. Like, it's not simple enough. It's not simple enough. It feels like I'm trying with the trees. Blend the carpet texture with the noise texture. Yeah, you're right on the money. So let's see if we can. Maybe we can just render the tree out. Let's see if we can do that real quick. Oh, there's a camera already. Okay, something like that should kind of do it. We'll save this real quick, and then let's see if we can render an image. It's black. Okay. It's shadeless fog, alpha blend. Straight. I'm not sure if this will work actually. Does the tree, let me see. I'm not sure if the tree, yeah, there's definitely an alpha channel. Top of the trees looks like it could be a capsule, like I pointed in, and textured with the render of the branches. Quaternius is giving away assets for free. I'll have to look that up. Quaternius assets. Oh yeah, it's quite a few assets here. Yeah, got some low poly trees. Got some low poly food. Yeah, this is pretty good. I feel like I've seen this exact, maybe not. Feels like I've seen maybe I played a game that uses these assets. Oh my Gosh, I can't show that on YouTube. Okay, let's see. Very interesting. I'll have to come back to this because this is pretty dope. Let's see. I'm not sure how the alpha is coming through. Straight vector default. Maybe I have to go to compositing or compositing? No, not compositing. Rendering? No. Shading. There we go. Maybe this is the issue. Alpha straight. Base color. Alpha. Alpha's not. Let's see. Alpha 0. Alpha into alpha. And then base color. Better. Okay, so this is pretty good. So we should be able to reuse this, I think. Let's try this. We're going to render this out as a 128 by 128 image. I think that should work. It's tiny. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Dumb blurry. So there's a couple things we can do. One, we want to get it to be closer. Something like that. We don't want it to be blurry, so we need to turn off, where is it? I think film size should be tiny. The filter size should be tiny. It's better. We want it to be transparent. No, that's a PS1 blurry tree. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. What else? I don't think we can do much for like anti-aliasing. I think it's pretty much, it is what it is. I think, I'm trying to remember if there's something you can do. I don't remember. I think this is pretty much what we're dealing with. And this is, I don't know which renderer I'm using. Is this cycles or is this? I'm not sure if this is cycles or not. Let's see if we can go maybe 256 by 256, since so much of it is it's transparent. That's pretty good, I think. I feel like that's not bad. Where's our light source? Is it just this? It is just this. All right, give me a spot, a sunlight. Strength 1. Take the world. Let's see how that looks first. Oops. Where'd he go? Okay. Okay, sun could be brighter for just increased contrast. Or no, that's this. This could be brighter for increased contrast. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's rotate it around. There we go. Not sure. It's not bad. I'm not sure why it's. Do we look at it from this angle? Or, no, I think this is a good angle. I think we might. Let me try something real quick. We might want this to be backface hold. Nah, that makes it look way too thin. Yeah, let's go. Let's turn that off. This could be alpha clipped. That's better. That's better. Okay, so I think this is good enough. We can probably replace this, pull this back to 128 by 128 and see what that looks like. I wonder what the maximum size of a sprite was on the PS1. PS1 sprite size. Okay, so according to this, which is Wikipedia, it says that basically the adjustable frame buffer was 1024 by 512. Resolution was basically 256 by 224, so 256 by 256 images were, they could have been used. Oh, here we go. Sprite engine. 256 by 256 was the maximum sprite size. Okay. So they might have used a sprite about this size on a PS1 game. That's cool. I'm glad to know that. All right. Oh, this is 128 by 128. Let's go a little bit bigger because we're already turning it into a 2D thing. There we go. That's not bad. Takeoff says, between Master Plan UI experience and Tetra3D, do you think you can make an interesting game engine? Yes, I think I could. I don't know if it would be usable, but it'd be interesting. It'd be awesome to see Tetra3D window embedded in a Master Plan project. That would be interesting. It's not doable really because, it's not really doable because, maybe it would be doable. I don't know, because it's like Tetra3D uses Abitingen, which uses GLFW, whereas Master Plan uses SDL. So they're not really compatible together, but it's not impossible. It just wouldn't really be easy to do. So I probably wouldn't do it, but it's probably possible. Let's try this. So we got a tree render. We're gonna save this out. We're gonna save this tree here. Move it over here. Tree back up. And then we're gonna replace this guy with a plane. Okay, alpha clip. Backface calling no. All right, let's see how this works. I'm not sure how good it's gonna be, but let's give it a shot. I moved it aside before I was ready. Like, is this... Okay, here we go. So it is in the tree. Okay, collection. All right, let's see how this works. I'm not sure how good it's gonna look, if it will work or what. Extreme skewing. Extreme skewing. Okay, because it's massive. Yeah, that's right. We rotated them. That's right. That explains it. All right, but this isn't bad. It's not bad. Let's go ahead and subdivide. I'm going to subdivide it off screen here. Well, I can do it here. So I'm going to subdivide it maybe like that. It doesn't really matter too much because this is already super low poly. Super duper low poly. We'll go to there and see how that looks. Export it. Like, honestly, it's pretty good. Like, like that's not bad. It's not bad. The trees aren't bad. Lucretia says, I guess you could technically just render the Abington viewport onto an image and then take a screenshot of it or image it every couple seconds. That's true. This is our fog thing. I forgot to turn it invisible. So let's go back to our game. I think this is fine. We'll save it, at least for now. The tree or the fog things, we can make them wireframe. and also make them invisible. SEL2 is capable of loading arbitrary images in memory. It just needs the correct pointer setup. Okay, so it is possible. I'm like, what was that? What is this? Wasn't there a 5th tree here? Yeah. Or am I tripping? Is that what I'm seeing? What am I seeing here? Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5 trees here. Why is only 4 rendering? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the one that's here? This is weird, but at the same time, I think overall this is pretty good. The trees look like they look pretty good, but they're kind of thin and they're kind of small, so we might need to make them double the size. So let's do that real quick. No. No, let's not make them double the size. That seems like a little much. Let's make them just a little bit taller. What is? Oh, normal. I was like, what's going on? Give me the global. There we go. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. That's not bad. I mean, like it's definitely got a PS1 vibe. The trees are very dark. Could the texture be a tad brighter? Maybe. Yeah, maybe so. It does definitely. I mean, like there's definitely things to improve upon. It's not to the level I would like it to be, but it's. I feel like it's a step in the right direction because we don't want to have like just dummy high poly trees for no reason. Yeah, there's definitely the tree that's here is definitely not here. And I'm not certain why. what's going on? Like, what am I looking at? What is this mess? It's like it's not rendering properly, which is odd because all the other trees wouldn't render fine. Yeah, why is it skewing so hard? I guess it's skewing. I guess that's the issue. But no, that's not the... There's definitely something going on, and I'm not sure what it is. Because I subdivided it, so that should be fine. Maybe it's got to do with the normals. That's possible. Let me try subdividing it again. And then let me go back to the game and move the player here. Yeah, there's definitely something going on here. It's like this tree is rendering with like garbage textures. Like there's letters or something here. Or 1, the number 1. It's like there's a font face in memory for this tree. I'm not sure what's going on. This if this was some sort of like meta performance thing, I feel like it would be like actually hype. Like I'm sure people would be like, "What is going on?" But that it's genuinely just a bug. Yeah, now this tree is not working correctly. Huh. How strange. Isn't there a tree right here? Very strange, very odd. Yeah, there's something weird going on. Something very strange that I am not the cause of. let me try this. I'm just gonna try making a plane and then manually putting on the tree texture in here. I guess we can point to that material. We can see if it's an issue with the material or not. Yeah, maybe some issue with the material. So yeah, there's the plane. You can see the plane. But for whatever reason, this material is like not displaying it properly. Okay, let's try making a new texture, a new thing here. The horror games for me, yeah. Okay, now this is displaying properly. I mean, like, of course it's, you know, skewing horribly, but yeah, this is what it should look like. So there's something wrong with this material specifically. What'd I do? What's the difference? Okay, let's try this. Okay, go back here. Yeah, it's also kind of small now that I'm looking at it. Like, it should be at least like twice that size default. Okay, that renders correctly. So is it alpha clip? Is alpha clip not correct? I guess alpha clip must be, I must have done something wrong with alpha clip. All right, I think I'm gonna just kind of redo it from scratch here. Hold on. Like that's. It is 6 tall. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, that seems like a good size for a tree by default. We will export this. We want it to be alpha clip. Let's move over here. Okay, go back over here. Go back over here. But I think it might be alpha clip specifically. Yeah. I guess it doesn't have to be alpha clip. It could be just alpha blend. Because alpha clip is a little more, it's a little problematic. I mean, not problematic, but alpha clip takes more time. It takes more render time because that's still like composite multiple times. We could just do alpha blend. But if there's a bug, I probably should fix it. All right, let me check something real quick. It's possible something got broken. Let's go back to Tetra3D. Head over to transparency. Check this out. Yeah, okay, there's something wrong. There's supposed to be a fence here. Or there is a fence here, it's not drawing. And this is also not drawing correctly. Yeah. Yeah, alpha clip isn't rendering properly. Transparency issues have been the biggest issue I've faced with any 3D engine I've ever used. I'm glad that my 3D engine is on brand then, my 3D renderer. Okay, so... okay, that's right. Package main on depth. At least I'm transparent about my engine's issues. Yeah, I'm transparent about what the problem is. Okay, well that's done. So there's supposed to be, yeah, you can see it. You can see it here. Not rendering properly. It does for like a millisecond. Like you see like one frame where it renders correctly. But just for like one frame. So we toggle it. But only sometimes. Over here it doesn't. Over here it does. Okay, I think it's a yeah. Transparency mode, alpha clip. Is this the only place where we use alpha clip? It's in the camera. Yeah, it's just here. Wait, is this okay? So yeah, wait. I think this is the issue. I think this is where we're kind of running into. Tikatha said, "Oh, Gabriel, I missed it. I missed a few messages. yeah, transparency issues are a big deal. It seems like that has not really been solved. It seems like modern engines might deal with transparency by just rendering opaque objects, transparent objects as opaque with just a pattern of like opaque, non-opaque, like a matrix, like the transparency thing we did I did in Tetra for the fog. A lot of games do that, like Super Mario Odyssey. You can see transparent objects aren't really transparent. They just it's like it alternates between opaque and transparent across the mesh, so it looks transparent, or it looks enough like it's transparent without having to like actually do transparent rendering. Monster Hunter Rise, yeah, did their transparencies. Gabriel says, how would you go about making one yourself, making a renderer like this yourself? Oh my gosh. Like I don't even know, dude. Just straight up, like the core principle, I guess the core idea of a 3D renderer. Let me change the music before I get too deep, before I forget. No, let's go with this. The core idea of a 3D renderer is you have a matrix. It is a 4x4 matrix. It stores numbers that basically perform a transformation, and you give it a vector, which is a 4-dimensional vector of X, Y, Z, and W components, and it transforms that vector according to the matrix. So if you have a matrix that is a transpose matrix, it's supposed to move a position in space. You can give this vector to the matrix. It will transform the vector and return it. That's what a 3D renderer does. You give it a sequence of points, vertices, or triangles, the positions for objects, whatever, and it takes that data and transposes it, or transforms it using the matrix. So there's a projection matrix, there's model matrices, there's different kinds of matrices, but they're all basically 3x3 or 4x4 matrices. So the basic concept is this, where you take a vector, transform it by a matrix. If you can understand that concept, then you can make a 3D renderer. The actual work of making a 3D renderer is very difficult, or it's not. Either it's very difficult or it's actually super easy and it just takes like a year or two to do. That was how it was for me. Like I struggled on certain concepts, but for the most part, it wasn't really that hard. It's just a matter of taking the time to do it. It takes a lot of time. If you're familiar with matrix math, if you're familiar with vectors, then it's not that hard. But if you're unfamiliar with it, it takes a little bit more time to learn, which was the case for me. So what I would do is probably, if you wanted to, you can look at Tetra3D and go back to the very first commit and see what it looked like, and then like look at the code that basically was making it work, and then just walk through it if you want to do it that way. If you want to just like, if you basically, when I started, I didn't have the core principles of how to make a 3D renderer, and I still did it. It just took a lot of time. So if you want to make it and you don't know how, just start, rather than like trying to like figure it out, because I feel like if you try to figure it out, you might be overwhelmed, versus if you start, you'll constantly be like making progress, because you'll be like, oh, how do I render a 3D mesh just in 2 dimensions? Like, how do I like take a 3D mesh and then like put it out on screen? Okay, so I need an object parser, a parser for some 3D model format, and I need to display this on screen using some framework. For me, I'm using EbiTension to draw the triangles manually. You might do this with OpenGL or something like that, in which case it wouldn't be your own renderer. It would just be an OpenGL renderer, but your own engine that you're making, which is fine. You don't have to do the hard part. Making your own renderer is the hard part out of making a 3D engine, I would say. Making a 3D engine is difficult, but if you are trying to make a 3D engine and you don't make your own 3D renderer, it's not that hard. If you are making your own 3D renderer, that's the hard part of making a 3D engine by far. So like I would say it depends on how you want to approach it. If you're just like, I want to make something in 3D and I don't want to use a existing 3D engine, there's a lot of 3D frameworks out there, like monogame. You have monogame. You have libgdx. You have, there's different tools you can use. If you want to like actually make your own 3D renderer, that's harder. Yeah, you're always drawing 2D points, but you're trying to fake a 3D appearance on screen. The key question is, how do you arrange those points to get a 3D appearance at all times? Yeah, that's what a 3D renderer is, and it's something that anyone can write. It's hard, but it's something that anyone can write, and you can definitely do it. You might also do well to join like the handmade community on Discord or the handmade community website forums, because there's a lot of people who do this kind of stuff for fun. Madmen that like they're like, I'm making my own software renderer, and it's running at like 1 million frames per second, and it's drawing 1 million triangles, and it's like, I don't know how this man did it. But there's a lot of people like that who are very like technologically minded. So I would join those and be like, hey, I'm looking to make a 3D renderer, where should I start? Because my renderer here is kind of a hacky renderer. It's not a true software renderer, and it's also not a true 3D engine, because it's my own renderer. So it's a true 3D engine, but it's not like built on top of OpenGL or DirectX or Vulkan or Metal. So that means that it uses those technologies further down the stack in Eevee Engine, but because I'm not using those technologies myself, I don't have access to a lot of the things that a 3D engine should give you by default, like a depth texture or depth testing. I can't do that using those technologies. I have to do it myself. So that's why this is different compared to a traditional 3D engine. And if you were making a traditional software renderer, it also is different from that, because a traditional software renderer would have you probably drawing the pixels to fill in the triangles yourself, and doing that would give you the ability to do things like depth testing and triangle clipping more easily. So this is kind of like a little bit of a middle ground, a little bit of a hack job between a software renderer and a traditional hardware renderer. So I wouldn't like look at this as an example of how to make a 3D renderer, but rather an example of how to make the internals for a 3D renderer and then attach them to something that wasn't made to do this. But yeah, it's something else to make a 3D renderer. You can do it, anyone can do it, but be prepared to take time and really like bang your head against the wall for like matrix math and stuff like that, because it's a lot of that. But once you get it working, and once you understand the basic concepts, it's not that hard, because it's like, okay, there's only so many operations I need to do or can do to get this thing to do the thing I want it to do. So in the first month, you're struggling to like get a vector, get a point displaying in 3D. And then once you get that working, to get a triangle drawing in 3D is like, a day. Like that's not hard, because once you understand like, okay, this is how this works, the math is sound, the camera, is working as it should. We're inverting the camera's buffer as we should to draw it on screen. Everything's working as it should. The point, a point in space is being drawn on screen as it should. Okay, so now to draw a triangle is pretty simple. You just transform the 3 points that compose the triangle, and then just fill it in. That's it. So it's like it takes a lot of time, but it's very front loaded, where if you can push past the first solid amount of work, it's not that hard past that. Math is sound, aka I don't know, the formula seems to kind of work. Yeah. I mean, like, because once you get to this stage of making a 3D render, it's like, I'm trying to transform this, point by a matrix. I run the function to do it, because I know that the function works. I don't, and if it doesn't give me the result I want, then I'm like, okay, well, let me like invert the matrix beforehand, or decompose the matrix and then just multiply the rotation. Like, there's only so many things you can do. It's not like there's a million ways to get a vertex to make something 3D, or to get a rotation or something like that. Once you get the code working, the code works, and you're just like, all right, I don't need to think about it anymore. So let's go ahead and take a look at why this isn't working. I feel like the issue here is that it's not actually drawing anything. If we're rendering depth and the transparency mode is alpha clip, we clear the alpha intermediate, we draw the triangles to the alpha intermediate, and then we draw it to the depth intermediate. But when do I ever use anything with the alpha intermediate? Like, I never draw the clip alpha intermediate to the screen. Shouldn't I? Like, am I insane, or is it like that is something that we should do, right? Let me see. Let me see something here. Hold on. Let's try this real quick. Yeah. So I think what we might need to do is a couple things. Well, I guess we're drawing it to the color intermediate here, so I guess that's fine. Color references. I don't really want to have to step through my commits, but I might end up having to do that. Okay, it's not that complicated because we already are drawing everything else correctly. So it's like, I don't see how we could. Let me load this. Hold on. Like, if we're rendering things correctly, then how could it be busted unrecognizably? Is alpha blend drawing correctly? Yes. Okay, so well, kinda. It's layering issues. Because this is here and then this is down here. Okay, well, why is it then in the wrong order? Now it's inverted. Model is transparent. False. Model is transparent. True. Okay. Solids. Transparency. That's world screen. Model.world position.z. Oh no. Let's change this. Do I have? I do not have. Do I have? I do not have. Okay, I probably do not have. Okay. So camera position. Use this here. For dynamic batch. Okay. Okay, well that might help a little bit. Okay, that does help. Now it's sorting correctly. Okay, so that's good. That's for that part. That's not going to help us with this. That's just something else that needed to be done. Let's see. So I think the issue must be something with Oh, maybe Ebiton changed. Let's take a look at the spec here, because I think what must be happening is the clip alpha render and composite shader might have changed here. Which Ebiton are we using? 2.4.8. Okay. Give me the shader stuff. Maybe you could help me out with the shader stuff. Is text chord vec2 text chord the source texture's position in texels? Okay, that still should be correct. Okay. What's the latest version of Ebiton? 2.4.8, is that right? 2.4.16. Okay, well, it might be good to update then. Oh. Okay, well that's interesting. Okay, there it goes. It took some time to load. So still same issue. But it's good to update, so that kind of hurt. I mean, it could hurt, but that's not the problem we're having here. Do I really want to roll back? I don't really want to, but I guess I should have to. I should. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I guess I gotta make a new thing for it. No, I can't. I have to stash. Let's see. Let's destroy those real quick. We will. Up. Sorting code. This is. We don't need to do anything with these. Yes. Okay. All right. I guess what we'll do, we'll roll back to older, an older version. I'm not sure if I will be able to, but let's give it a shot. Let's reset. Batch commit. We'll do a soft reset. See, is that this? Still bugged. I'm not. Maybe something else changed. Maybe it's not even. Or no, wait. Maybe. Okay, here he's working here. Feels weird, but yeah, it's working here. Okay, so where am I at? You gotta change. Okay. You can just. Okay, let's go back to here. Reset to commit. We'll do a hard reset this time. Okay, this was working as of 4 weeks ago. So when did I? What did I do? Let's go back to here. It was the normal rendering pass. Did I do something there? Let's see. Reset. Commit hard reset. Oh, maybe so. Maybe I touched something I shouldn't have pulled. Commit hard reset. Now it doesn't work. Okay. Let's go one more before that. So. Now it does. Okay, so I guess that's what... I guess I must have done something in this commit. Without knowing. Okay, render depth, render normals, result depth, normal texture. Okay. Normal texture dispose, normal texture. Okay. Result of normal texture. Okay, clear. All right, depth. Vertex less equals. Okay, I don't think that should be an issue. Normals, okay. So we'll take this out of here because... Oh, that's why. My bad. How did this ever work? Okay, yeah, this should be... This stuff should be here. Whoops, that was the issue. That's better. Okay. Yeah. Very cool. So that solved it. How did this ever work? I feel like that's the bigger question. That is indeed the bigger question. There's the tree. Now let's go back. Is this working as it should now? Let's go back to tree. Make this alpha clip. Save, export. Carl Otto says, hello, SolarLune. Hello. Welcome. How do you like my 2D PlayStation 1 tree? Let me take you out to the parking lot. Let me show you that. Let me show you what we were working on. You'll be pleasantly surprised. They're massive. Well, look at these trees. Look at these big old trees. They're massive. They're massive. Yeah, we can definitely do a little better. Let me take you out to the parking lot. That doesn't sound ominous. Yeah, we could do better. I think this isn't bad, honestly. But we could probably make the tree... Honestly, let me go back here. There's nothing wrong with this tree, really. We probably just want to render the leaves out and put that... How many triangles is this even? Like how bad is it? Statistics. 420. That's not that much, honestly. Like we probably could reduce the triangle count on the trunk considerably. Like this is pretty dense. We could probably reduce it considerably, and then the leaves honestly aren't that big of a deal. Let's say we reduce half of it is excuse me, half of it is the trunk, so we probably could reduce this considerably and get a lot out of it. The leaves, take a look here. Yeah, I mean, like, really, this is not that big of a deal, I guess, because we have to subdivide it anyway. This is 256 triangles, so we might just leave it alone, honestly. Yeah, I guess it's fine. I thought that it was going to be, like, a big deal. This isn't... I mean, we could probably reduce the kind of cut down on the loops on the trunk, we might be able to do that. Is there something to do that, like a add-on to like simplify, or is that wait, simplify? No. Let's see. Decimate, maybe decimate. We could probably decimate a little bit. Yeah, we could decimate. Probably decimate to like, because it starts off at 212. We could definitely decimate it to like 53. Oh snap, planar? Yo, that's dope. Carl Otto says, I got my bug figured out. One step somewhere non-obvious was in the wrong order. Excellent. Vaz Pezzarino says, decimate modifier. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's pretty dope. So it looks like you have the planar option, which basically, like, I guess it keeps everything the same in terms of the, like, it reduces the face count while kind of maintaining the normals of the model. So it's going from 212 faces to just 26, and basically maintaining the same silhouette, which is kind of dope. That's actually really good. So we're just gonna go ahead and apply that actually, and then combine these together. Put that back. It looks literally the exact same almost, except this line, and it's reduced like half the polygon count, which is fantastic. Yeah, that's really good. We'll definitely take that. That's an L. So it went from, we probably could do it with the trees too now that I think about it. I mean the leaves, but it's not that important. And we need some triangles. Where's our statistics? One oh five. 105. Wait, was that the? Hold up. Oh, it went from 420 to 261. Okay. I'm not sure. How is this 105? I must have subdivided it at some point. It was never, dude, it was low poly to begin with. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is doable then. Like, this is fine. It was 100 triangles to begin with. I must have. Lucretia says, I worked on my first game dev commission for these past few months. It was for the Game Grumps. What? You mean they commissioned you to make a game? That's dope. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty crazy. I congratulations. Congratulations that you were able to make a game for money. That's extremely difficult to do for a lot of indie developers. Yeah, wait. Isn't there something I need to do here? Delete that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we'll just leave this tree the same. I think that this actually is going to work out really well. Let's go back to the game. Why is it so small? Okay, I know why it's so small actually. It's because it's just 2 units tall. Yeah. So let's say it's got to be at least from the let's say it's got to be at least 6 units tall. because this is like a person. So if it was twice his size, it's got to be at least like 2.5 times his size. Let's say that's a pretty good tree. That's a good tree size tree. Yeah. All right. So this is fine, I think. For a small tree, that's fine. Scale these individual origins. Scale these up a little bit. Okay. Grab these trees. Turn them there. Okay. Grab these trees. We scaled them up by 2.5. So, whoops. Scale them by 1 over 2.5 or over 2.5. It's pretty accurate, I think. All right. So it took some doing, but I think we got something that should work pretty well. Okay, that's pretty good. Courtyard and entrance hall. Entrance and parking lot. And entrance hall. Parking lot and entrance hall. I still like how the leaves are like lit up. That's just so dope. It feels better than it like it feels like it's not a PlayStation 1 game, I guess is what I'm thinking. But this is good. We have a nice wall. We have some stuff out here. Let's re-enable the fog when you walk outside. Fog. Which one of these is fog on? Is it this one? It's this one. Move this here. You do it like that and then put it here. Okay. All right, so this should be working. Let's go ahead and move the player character outside. There we go. Yeah, that like dithering transparency is kind of dope. Yeah, all right, let's keep going. I'm liking this. So let's extend this out a little bit. We'll just go like, oh yeah, this is the fence. The fence doesn't have to be a part of this. This could be its own thing. That way we can extend this out like this. Key projection 4. 4 is big, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Do we do, I mean, we could definitely do like a wrought iron fence kind of thing. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. The host posted on Twitter needing a game dev, and I replied on the tweet, and he messaged me. My entire time on Twitter has paid off. How nice. Oh, man. Nah, that would take too much time. I'm trying to see. I would like to make like a gate, you know, like a wrought iron gate. And I'm thinking, what if I like did a 3D render of it? That would be interesting, right? I should be able to do that. But I'm also thinking like that would take so much time to do. I don't want to do it. Let me see if there's a texture for this before I get too far into it. Let's see, fence. Rope fence. Ah, okay. Let's see. It's 3D. Something like this. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. It's the same thing. Oh, I see. But he like made it like tileable and stuff. Okay. Do I really want to? I mean, like, the idea here, I guess, is yeah. I mean, like, I think it'll be fine. I guess it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So let's do it. I'm just thinking. I'm just like, do I really want to do this? There's nothing wrong with it, but it's also just like, I kind of want to do it myself. Let's not get hung up on it. I can replace it later as necessary. Is it BP? Okay, CC0. All right, so what I'm gonna do, let me grab these, put them in my free models. Okay. OBJ export, preview images, textures. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, because I think there's no other way to do it, I'm gonna try to, hold on. I'm gonna try to import three remodels. Oh, metal fence. OBJ export. Does that have the texture? It does not. Okay. This feels so like it feels like an early 3D game because of how like janky, not janky, but like I guess I'll just use this one piece. Unless, is it not? Oh, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Yeah, this is fine. We're just gonna do something like this. We're gonna align the camera to view, rotate this like that, move it out like this. Can we rotate? Oops. Apply the rotation. Rotate it 180 around the center. There we go. And then we'll save this as blend. Okay. So we're gonna basically take a render of this and then just go with that. I guess this should be actually orthographic. And can we get a light on it? Might work. If you had a big enough following and were asked, would you participate in Creator Clash? What's Creator Clash? A charity boxing event? No, I'm good. No. I'm good on that. No. No. So this is so silly. There's no way. I'm not a violent person. I don't fight. I don't fight people. I fight pixels. Okay, so let's render this image out. See how this looks. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna basically do the same thing that we were gonna do for the trees. I feel like this might give a better, little bit of a better result. Although maybe we should just use the entire thing. I wonder if we could decimate this. Maybe we could decimate. Let's try it. What if we decimated it to like? Oh, this feels like a PS1 game. 397. Like obviously the struts we would replace with planes. I think you do great. I appreciate it, but I'm good. I'm good. I don't fight. I don't fight. Honestly, this isn't bad. Maybe we will do this because we only really need. I think I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it. What we're gonna do? Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to apply this decimation. We're going to get rid of this entire thing. We can get rid of these guys. So we're left with just this. We're gonna grab the bottom part. We're gonna add a plane. Down there, we're gonna grab this. So we're just gonna basically make it ourselves for a lot of this. Something like this. So then when you're doing that, you flip it. Now you got a gate. Or you can do like this. Essentially. Okay. That's an idea. This is an idea. I'm not sure if it'll work out, but we'll just see if it does. Rusted metal, that's fine. Okay, we'll see if this works. So, let's see, projects, small free models. Because this is rusted metal, yeah, that's fine. So we can then replace this with this. Export it on save. GLTF. Alright. Oh. Did the connection drop? It seems like the connection dropped a little bit. Yeah, it seems like the connection dropped a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so then we can make this a collection. That's okay, save. All right, let's see if this works. We'll go back to the game. We can brace this. Well, we can make a couple cuts in it, and then erase the middle. Link, fence, collection, fence. Okay, so this is like, you know, not gonna be good, but that's okay. We're more so just trying to see like what it would look like. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can see behind the fence as you get far away because the fence is slightly more transparent than the tree. So you can see the tree behind the fence. It's kind of dope. Yeah, this is super hard to see. Also, I forgot to make it solid. So we would need to add lights out here. So let's do that. Okay, let's do that. Let's go back to the fence. Let's make them solid. Yeah. All right, let's see how that goes. This actually is really good. Like it feels very much so like a PS1 games. Vince. That's very good. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. So now we just have to finish this. Let's give it a little before. I'm not sure what to put out here. I guess we could put another wall. Whoops, like this. Let's stretch this out a little bit in both directions. Or I guess actually we could just. Yes, there we go. Okay, so let's see how that looks. Does it take longer to start now, or is it just... No. Okay, so it's just kind of random. Like, that's not bad. I feel like the wall is a little bit of a cheap trick. Like, you know, you can tell I'm clearly like drawing it to like avoid putting it there to avoid drawing anything else, but like this ain't bad. This definitely gives you the feel of the parking lot is massive. Firstly, it's a massive parking lot. But this is pretty good. This isn't bad at all. This needs to be some kind of like shape. All right. Do something like this. Ray the engineer says Tetra3D manga shaders with the dithering in place. I can see it happen. I guess so. That's true. It's already kind of there, a little bit. It wouldn't take too much to get to a point of usability, I think. I'm trying to see how I want to do this. Let's do this. How big is this texture? I don't think I changed it, so let's mess it up a little bit in Sprite. Can dither this a little bit. I think this is actually going to take forever, but that's fine. Trying to see how long will it actually take. It tiles, or no, it's these. This is a tile. Okay, it won't take that long. Let's do it. Excuse me. I think that's also kind of the charm of PS1 games as well, is that there was a lot more of a kind of mixture of texture types and pixel art along with realistic images and stuff like that, because the fidelity wasn't high enough for you to get like a real feel from all of the textures evenly. So it's like, you know, you have a picture of a chair or something and it's shrunk down to, you know, 64 by 64 or 128 by 128, and it's like you can mix that with, you know, pixel art of something else and it wouldn't really stand out. Like basically the thing about rising actually I think it stops here. The thing about rising what's the word? Like technology in AAA games and things is that like the resolution rises along with it to necessitate more like high fidelity art and stuff like that. So you never really get to the end, because as art gets more and more complicated, or as, you know, resolutions rise, now you need more high res textures and more high res images and stuff like that. I think that was it, right? That's basically it, yeah. Okay, that's better. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're going to mess it up a little bit. We're gonna, and this is something I kind of learned a while ago. We can make it look a little better by doing something like this. I'm trying to see, I'm not sure how well this is gonna actually track, but it's a little off. I'm trying to see exactly how it's off. Oh, this should be like that. It's part of it. There we go. Okay. You know what? Let's not overcomplicate it. We'll keep it this size. Okay. All right, so now we're just gonna kind of mess it up a little bit. We're just gonna be like, give me some like red, and just kind of like, actually, can I get the tile view, please? Thank you. this up a little bit. We can go a little bit darker with maybe like a dark purple. All right, something like that. And then we can go to the layer and change it to like darken, or yeah, darken looks pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's hardly recognizable as pixel art. Let's see. Ooh. Oh my gosh. It looks so grody. That's great. That's fantastic. All right. Well, that was pretty easy. That wasn't that hard. Yeah, this is... Would you want to stay here? Would you want to stay on a floor that looks like this? Yeah, that was really good. All right. Yeah. This is shaping up. So there's still a lot to do. I still am, like, the liminal spaces I'm designing are pretty much just, you know, contiguous parts of like a hotel kind of a thing, which is fine. But I, you know, of course you know, you want like more trippy places, more unusual spaces. So I will definitely try making more of that moving forward. Push this back a little bit. But yeah, we can go a little bit harder on the liminal spaces. I think that was a good idea because you can see it from here, right? Can't you see? Yeah, you can. Okay, so I probably should push it back a little bit more. But yeah, this is, I think, a really good start. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to add a sliding glass door here where the door automatically opens. How long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for a couple hours. Okay, well, we'll save that for next time. We'll save that for next time. Tomorrow or Friday. We could add a light on the player so you can look around and not be in pure darkness. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's give the player a light. Oh, let's parent it to the camera. I need to make a flashlight, like a cylinder. I don't have that in here yet, but this is pretty dope, even as it stands. Oh, we could do this with a ray test. We could rate. Yeah, we could do this with a ray test. Let's do that. Let's try that, because that's effectively kind of the same thing, right, as a flashlight. So let's try it. Got something in my teeth. Anyway. Alright, so flashlight. Why isn't me node.get? I'm trying to think here. Flashlight. So I mean, like, it could be parented to the player. That's fine. Because it's just gonna cast out from the camera. So it doesn't matter if it's where it's parented exactly. Player camera node. Okay, so the idea here is just basically we do we have solids, right? Okay, well, this will be it. Solids. Yeah, I need to kind of consolidate some of this API. Oh, Go language server crashed. At least I think it did. Let's get a quick music change. Let's cast the ray out by, let's say, 5. We want to test against solids. Okay. Oh, let's see about that sub. Flashlight point that setting. I guess we just say, oh, see if that position. Plus. I guess we can parent it to the camera so that if it doesn't hit anything, then we don't have to do anything special. Yeah. Set the position 0, 0, 0. We can move it out by -5. Flashlight point. All right, so something like that should kind of get us there. Okay, so it's not doing what we wanted to do, but let's see why. Okay, I think I see. Do something like that instead. Okay, so it is working. So then we want to basically say depth is this. Position. Dude. Set local position 0, 0. Negative. plus 0. Okay, something like that should kind of get us there. Okay, that kind of works. So let's make the depth 10. We say... So something like that should kind of get us where we want to go. Okay. Alright, not bad, not bad. Depth. I guess we just say depth times 2. There we go. Alright, so I think something like that should kind of get us where we want to go. Like, I'm trying to get it to work a certain way, and it's not working that way. Okay. I like how this is working. It's just not working the way I want it to. Let's do it a couple. Let's try this again. We shoot a ray from the camera toward the mouse. If it hits something, we move it back. Well, D. Back. Scale. Magnitude. Diff dot unit. Scale. I guess we'd say diff dot unit dot scale. Just minus 0.5. Okay. We don't need to move it now. If not found. Okay. Else. Say the depth is. -2. Okay. Really, it should be -3, I guess. Negative depth. Maybe we should just leave it so dope though. Let's... Okay. This is kind of dope, I'm gonna be honest. it does feel, it feels good. It feels like a PlayStation game, dude. It feels like a classic survival, not survival horror, but like the flashlight does make the difference. Dimension on the DS. I gotta see. Looks just like this. Oh snap. It's a little bright. I think the light is a little too bright. Or my textures are too bright. One of the two. The tree is not getting lit up. It's just, it refuses. Oh, because it has no hitbox. I completely forgot to add a hitbox with the trees. Well, that's not why they're not getting lit up, but that's part of the, I forgot. Still. A, B, B, I guess is fine. Well, we probably went triangle. And then we could just do solid. We'll check save, thank you. Let's go back. We can move the player over here. No, that's better, yeah. But the normals are all flipped up, all jacked up, it looks like. Yeah, the normal is just incorrect. Yeah, the normals are messed up. This is so just like funky. This is so funky. It's way too bright. Yeah, this is a PS1 horror game. That is the vibe a little bit. I'm not sure if I want to go like lean full on into that. I feel like I'm really more of a, I was trying to go for like the liminal space feel more so. with just a minor feeling of creepiness, but this is heavier, definitely heavier. With the flashlight, let's make it a little not as heavy. Yeah, it's a little bit more agreeable. Actually, I'm not sure if the issue is to do with the normals. I think the trees are just not being lit properly. Because it's like, there's no light out here, so I'm not sure. Oh no, I guess that maybe they're being lit by that light. Maybe if the normal was facing that way. Yeah, I guess maybe that's what's going on. Let me see if I can fix the tree normals. Because it's definitely not what I want. Isn't it like control in? Or no? What's the thing for normal? Alt in, recalculate outside? No. No. Yeah, I'm not sure how why it looks the way it does, but I think there's something up with the lighting. I'm not sure exactly what on these trees, but there's something out of the ordinary here. Shade smooth or shade flat. It's not just about the shading. It is like it's like the position of the, like I can't light this tree up at all, but I can light this tree up. Like why? What's the difference? They're both the same model. It's something, that's what I mean. Like something's out of the ordinary, something's wonky, and I'm not sure what. Maybe it's because I don't think it's got to do with backface filling. Maybe it's because apply scale. No, scale is good. Rotation. I don't think it's got to do with rotation. Let's try applying that though. Yeah, nah. Something else is going on here. It's not consistent, and I'm not sure why. But once I figure it out, boy, it's gonna be good. All right, well, I'm hungry. I'm tired. I'm gonna go get something to eat. But this has been fun. We managed to get a pretty good amount of stuff done, even including bug fixes with the clip alpha not rendering properly. Yeah, I mean, like this is pretty good. It's shaping up. All right. Have a kawaii desk time. All right, thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you everyone for stopping in, watching the stream. If you want to support development, check out my links in the description to my Patreon, Master Plan on Itch and Steam, and my Discord. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side next time. So thank you very much, and you guys have a wonderful night. See ya.